Imagine a world where the United States of America no longer exists. What would happen? This is not a question to be asked lightly. This is not just about the disappearance of a landmass, but of an idea, a culture, and a global force that has shaped the world as we know it. The United States of America, a nation that has been a juggernaut of global politics, economy, and culture for centuries. A nation that has been both a beacon of hope and a source of controversy. A nation whose influence has been felt in every corner of the globe. But what if, in the blink of an eye, it was suddenly gone? What if the unthinkable happened and America vanished? This is not a scenario that we can easily comprehend. The world as we know it would be thrown into disarray. The intricate web of global politics, economy, and culture, all intertwined and connected through the United States, would be torn apart. The disappearance of America would create a power vacuum that could trigger a global power struggle. Who would step in to fill the void? Who would take up the mantle of global leadership? The political landscape would shift dramatically, and the resulting fallout could reshape the world order. The economic ramifications would be equally significant. The United States is a global economic powerhouse, and its sudden absence would send shockwaves through the world economy. Markets would crash, economies would falter, and the global financial system would be thrown into chaos. And what about the cultural impact? America's influence on global culture is profound. From Hollywood to Silicon Valley, from jazz to hip-hop, from fast food to high fashion, America's cultural exports have permeated every facet of global society. The loss of America would be a loss for the world. But it would also be an opportunity for change, for a new world order to emerge from the ashes. So let's embark on this thought experiment. Let's delve into this world without America. Let's explore the potential global impact and see where this journey takes us. Prepare for a journey into a world without America. First stop, the political landscape. With America gone, who takes the helm? Let's delve into this. The disappearance of the United States would leave a power vacuum on the world stage, one that other nations would undoubtedly scramble to fill. The balance of power would shift dramatically, and the world would watch with bated breath to see which nations rise to the occasion. In the immediate aftermath, we may see countries like China and Russia flexing their muscles more overtly, potentially vying for the title of the new global superpower. China's economic prowess and Russia's military strength could make them formidable contenders. But it's not just about who has the biggest economy or the most powerful military. Soft power, the ability to shape the preferences and influence the decisions of other countries through appeal and attraction, would also come into play. Here, nations like Germany and Japan, known for their technological innovation, strong institutions, and cultural influence, could also emerge as significant players. Then, there's the European Union, a unique political entity made up of 27 nations. With its collective economic strength and political influence, the EU could step into America's shoes, promoting democratic values and human rights on the global stage. However, it's important to remember that with great power comes great responsibility. The new global leaders would need to navigate complex challenges, from climate change and nuclear proliferation to global inequality and the rise of non-state actors. And what about the United Nations? Without one of its key members and significant funders, the UN would face an existential crisis. Would it evolve, adapt, and continue to play its pivotal role in global governance? Or would it falter, leading to the rise of new international institutions? In the end, the political landscape in a world without America would likely be far more multipolar, with several nations and blocs sharing power and influence. This could lead to a more balanced but potentially more unstable world order. A world without America points to a major shakeup in global politics. From politics to pocketbooks, let's ponder the economic implications. The United States of America, a global heavyweight in the economic arena, plays a pivotal role in the world's financial machinery. Its sudden disappearance would send shockwaves through the global economy, leading to consequences that are hard to fathom. Let's start with the US dollar, the world's primary reserve currency. This means that it's widely held by governments and institutions as part of their foreign exchange reserves. If America were to disappear, the dollar would collapse, causing a global financial crisis of unprecedented scale. The world would scramble to find a new reserve currency, likely turning to the euro or the Chinese yuan. Next, consider global trade. America is a titan of international commerce, both as a producer and consumer. Its absence would disrupt supply chains, halt the flow of American goods, and reduce global demand significantly. Countries heavily reliant on US trade would be hit hard, and the world would need to realign its trade networks and partnerships. Then, there are the financial markets. Wall Street, a global hub of finance, would vanish overnight. This would cause an immediate meltdown in the stock market, bonds, and other financial instruments. Investors worldwide would lose trillions, and the global economy could plunge into a deep recession or even a depression. But it's not all doom and gloom. The disappearance of America might also pave the way for other nations to step up and fill the void. Emerging economies could seize the opportunity to become new global leaders, reshaping the world's economic landscape. Yet, it's important to remember that these are all hypothetical scenarios. The reality could be far more complex and unpredictable. The interconnectedness of today's global economy means that the effects would ripple out in ways we can't fully anticipate. The disappearance of America might trigger a global economic reset. We've covered politics and economics. Now let's delve into the social sphere. Imagine a world where the American culture as we know it vanishes overnight. The repercussions would reverberate across the globe, causing profound shifts in the societal fabric. American influence extends far beyond its borders, shaping global tastes in music, cinema, fashion, and more. Without it, we'd see a significant shift in the cultural zeitgeist. The void left by America's disappearance might pave the way for other cultures to dominate the global stage. We could see an emergence of new cultural powerhouses, with countries like China, India, or Brazil stepping into the spotlight. Their traditions, languages, and perspectives could become the new norm, reshaping the world's cultural landscape. In terms of technological innovation, America's absence would be felt deeply. Silicon Valley has long been the world's leading tech hub, birthing companies like Google, Apple, and Facebook. Without it, the epicenter of technological advancement could shift to other burgeoning tech hubs like Bangalore in India or Shenzhen in China. This could lead to a diversification of tech ideas driven by different cultural perspectives. Now, let's consider the global media landscape. American media, Hollywood movies, Netflix series, CNN News all play a significant role in shaping world opinions and perceptions. Without them, there would be a vacuum, potentially filled by media from other nations. This could result in a broader range of stories being told from perspectives that were previously overshadowed by American narratives. However, it's important to remember that with such a drastic change, there could also be a sense of loss. The disappearance of America would mean the disappearance of a collective cultural experience shared by billions. American music, movies, and memes have been a unifying force, creating a common language understood across the globe. Indeed, the social fabric of the world would be forever altered. From cultural shifts and technological advancements to changes in the global media landscape, the world without America would be a vastly different place. Yet, it's in these moments of profound change that humanity often finds new ways to connect and thrive. In this final stop, let's envision the New World Order. We've journeyed through the unthinkable scenario of America's sudden disappearance, the political fallout that would follow, the economic consequences, and the social ramifications. Now let's tie it all together and look at the potential for a new global arrangement. In the aftermath of such a seismic shift, the world would be forced to adapt. The remaining global powers, such as China and the European Union, would likely step into the void left by America. In this new reality, these nations would find themselves in uncharted waters, wielding an unprecedented level of influence. But with this new power would come new responsibilities. These nations would have to navigate a plethora of complex issues, from maintaining global security to managing international trade. It's a daunting task, but one that could potentially lead to a more balanced, multipolar world. In this new world order, international collaboration would be more important than ever. With the absence of a single dominant power, nations would have to work together to address global challenges. This could lead to a strengthening of international institutions and potentially a more equitable distribution of power. However, this is not to say that such a transition would be smooth. Power vacuums often lead to instability and conflict. The world would have to tread carefully to avoid falling into a cycle of power struggles and wars, But let's not forget, humanity has a remarkable ability to adapt and evolve. In the face of adversity, we've shown time and again that we can come together and find new ways forward. So while the sudden disappearance of America would undeniably be a monumental challenge, it could also be an opportunity for the world to redefine itself. In conclusion, the disappearance of America would undoubtedly reshape the global landscape. It would force the world to navigate uncharted territory, necessitate greater international cooperation, and potentially lead to a new, more balanced world order. It's clear, a world without America would be a world transformed.